Hi, this is Kathleen from Bailey Academy, mom of 5, homeschooling 3 of them, ages 11, 13, and 17. Today I wanted to give a proper review to the class, course, whatever, that we used for physics this year for my grade 12. We are done semester 1, and so she's not doing physics anymore, although she may do a little over the summer just to kind of buff up her knowledge because it is hard. Physics is hard. We went with Physicslab. That's physicslab.app. I will leave the link in the description. So I worked with them, and so they offered me access to their course in exchange for trying it out and reviewing with you guys, but also to help them out with feedback on how it could be more helpful to homeschool parents. However, Physicslab is not just for homeschoolers. So let me just give you a little background information, and then I'll flip you around so that you can see what it looks like. I did mention this briefly in one of my past videos, and I think I gave a view of it, but things have changed a little bit too, and I want to show you what the current look of it is, and prices and all that stuff that you need to know. Okay, so Physicslab, it mentions it's an easier way to learn physics. It's a Physics 1 course, although they just added AP Physics 1. And it's a way to learn all the things you need to know about physics in one place. You can watch videos or read the information, or a little bit of both, I guess. And then there's questions, and you can do the math, and there's answers, and there's all kinds of things that are helpful. So I'm going to flip you around so you can see. Alright, I know it's not the best view, but this is Physicslab. Okay, an easier way to learn physics. The Physics 1 course has everything you need to learn algebra-based mechanics in one place. Includes the 2024-2025 updates for AP Physics 1. And so there's both courses. Depending on what you buy will depend on if you have access to one or both. I'm sorry about the light there. It says Physics 1 course or AP Physics 1 course here. And I have my little account, so I'm logged in. But it shows you there's lesson videos, so you can actually visually see what you're supposed to be learning. Study guides that you can download and print them off for online studying, so I thought that was really helpful. And then all in color and anything, they come in like black and white, so you could build a binder of study guides, or you could just study them on your computer, on your phone, whenever you have extra time. Over 900 practice problems. That's over the whole course. And you could do like all of them if you want, or what we started doing was I had my daughter do every other question or a couple questions from each section, and if she was getting the right answers, then move on, just because she was trying to squeeze in a semester. But ideally you would do all the questions to really make sure that you've got the understanding. And then there's 4 practice tests for AP Physics 1, and physical and virtual labs, which are really cool, what are coming soon. They're going to be so the physical and virtual labs are coming soon. They will be hands-on labs and virtual simulations. I love the idea of virtual simulations because there's lots of things that you can't see. You would see it in a classroom. They would demonstrate something, and you can't necessarily see if you're doing it at home. So I thought that was a really good idea, and I can't wait to see those. They even have a Discord server for extra help. So most teens nowadays even know how to use Discord. But if your teen doesn't, or you're an adult using this course, it's not really that complicated, and well, I guess depending how tech savvy you are, and you can use the Discord to talk to other students, to ask questions directly from the course instructor, and be notified of any updates made to the lesson content. And if you're not a Discord person, the creator is really responsive. That's the word I was looking for. Responsive with email, and so he will get right back to you. And yeah, there's the new updates to the AP Physics. So if your child or who you want to take AP Physics, you can include that. This shows here, it is meant for, it can be used for high school, like right in a high school it can be used. Homeschool physics, college intro physics, learning just physics on your own just because you want to learn physics, or even teaching high school physics. And you can actually preview a lot of the course directly online without even paying anything. New videos are being added still. Here's the early access price. So you can get a 7-day free trial, then $12 a month. which you pay for monthly, or lifetime access for only $70 right now, but it's increasing to $79 on March 24th for new signups. But that's still really, really cheap for a whole course of lifetime access. So lifetime access means you can use it for each individual kid that's coming up in your, if you have 10 children, all 10 of them can do physics when it's their time, if you just with the lifetime access. The prices may go up as more things are added, so get that right away if you're interested. And there's some other things. It talks about how other courses, most physics class YouTube videos and websites are on one way and static. Once the video is created, it's really updated. Physicslab, the content is being improved and updated based on feedback directly from the students. And so that is what they pride themselves on, how it's different. So it says here some facts if you want to look at them. Prerequisites, they should know algebra and some trigonometry. That is where we struggled a little bit because we somehow missed trigonometry, and so we had to learn a little bit of math to figure out some of these things. But as long as you've done the math that you should be doing, then you should be able to do a full school year class, or less time like we did a semester. We just have to do more of it during the semester. The only thing you need is a scientific calculator, and which you can use their online an online calculator like Wolfram Alpha, so you don't have to actually have one, and a printer, notebook, access to the internet. That's all you need. You will grade yourself, so there's not one of those things where they're going to grade for you, but you can you as the teacher can grade your students' work, or you can teach them how to grade themselves. So I'm going to give you an access into the look into the Physics 1 course again. So at the beginning, they have some information on how to use the course and what the study guides are like, development progress and such like that. And then when you go into, there's the AP Physics section, or for that used to be there. But anyway, when you get into a section, let's say basics, okay, what is physics? You're going to get some information to read, some videos to watch, more information to read, more videos to watch. You can suggest how to make Physicslab better anonymously right here, directly on it, or you can leave a comment not anonymously if you want to just say something you liked about that section or whatnot, like here's somebody else's comment. And so once you get past the basics, you're going to find that after the lesson, which I like this part, the lesson for most of them, it tells you how long the video is, as well as the section, like this video is going to talk about these sorts of things, and the study guide. So there's a study guide, so it shows you in color what the study guide looks like, and then you can download it here, and it downloads right to your computer as a black and white PDF that you can print out. And it's pretty long, so it's like this one's 9 pages long. This is just the one little section. So if you printed everything out, you would have quite a bit of study guides. And then they also often have other resources, like example problems that you can find from other places. And sometimes there's more than that too. And there's also the other resources page, which we'll look at in a minute. Let's go down a little further. Let's look at torque. So torque, we have the introduction to read, the study guide. Sometimes there's videos, sometimes there's not. Lessons, more labs are coming soon. So it says here, like, okay, so the videos that they haven't made for torque yet. And there's some videos that they recommend from Khan Academy and other places that you can use until theirs are there. Explore this topic, more videos, teaching slides that you can use if you were to teach someone else, that you could use these will be coming soon. Example problems, practice problems. So you have ones to show you how and also ones to practice. And you can show the answer right directly here. Or I believe there's a place to print these out if you didn't want a student to be able to see the answers on their own. There's tons of, look at all the questions. And the AP section was added to the end. Originally, they just recently added a AP whole course. So I'll talk about that in a minute. So AP section, example problems, other resources, tools and simulations. Like there's even a torque balancer here. This is not from them, but it's something that you can go to and practice playing with. And I like that there's different resources. And so yeah, there's different sections. When you finish, this topic has been added to the AP Physics 1 class curriculum. Okay, so it lets you know stuff, and that's helpful. This is very helpful. Videos, different kinds, working out problems and other stuff. Your courses, they're the AP Physics 1 that they recently just added are for students who are taking an AP Physics 1 class and want to understand the material better, students who are self-studying for the AP Physics 1 exam, or teachers who are looking for resources to use in class. And so that is in there too. And yes, he has his email here all the time. You can just email him or go to Discord anytime that you want to talk to him about things that you would like to be changed. In your account settings, you can, check your memberships and your subscriptions and your password and all that sort of thing. I recommend that you get the lifetime course because things are being added all the time, and once you have the course, no matter what price you paid for your lifetime, you won't have to pay anything else again, and so that will be helpful. All right, I'm gonna flip back to me. Okay, so I just wanted to mention a few things. Just trying to see my email behind the camera here. So he recently just created this second update, and because of it, there's going to be, if you signed up for lifetime access for it, so if you happen to already have lifetime access for the Physics 1 course, you want to automatically have access to the AP Physics course. But if you just sign up for the monthly subscription and you want to switch, you'll have to cancel your subscription and sign up for the new course. So it depends if you happen to have already had that. The price, as I mentioned, is increasing Monday, March 24th, 2025, but only from $10 a month to $12 a month. And the lifetime from $59 to $79. And I forgot to show you, but like I said, a lot of the course is available for looking at for free, so it's not like you have to sign up in order to actually really see if it's for you. You can definitely try it out. And so that is Physicslab, and I definitely think that it is a great course for physics because I find physics very complicated. It's not something I can easily teach myself or come up with my own course for because I wouldn't know if I was properly teaching everything I need to teach. And so that is my review. I give it 5 stars out of 5 stars. The only thing I would make it a little better, which I mentioned, was some sort of pacing guide to help you figure out, like we were doing a semester, so I would like to have known, like I was trying to figure out myself, but I mean, it'd be nice to have it written down, if you know which section you should be on by which month, or depending on how many months you do. But really, you can figure that all out on your own. You just add everything up and divide it by the amount of weeks or months or days that you're doing school by. So it's not worth bringing the star rating down lower. And so let me know what you think and what you are using for physics or will be using for physics in high school. And yeah, I hope that helps you find a new resource. Okay, that's it for today. Bye.